Well, welcome to another exciting episode of Paul's R2-D2 building blog. This time you're in my garage. Welcome. Now I just wanted to show you my little paint booth. It's rather seasonal because I live up here in Maine, and in about another 2 weeks the average temperature is going to be about 40 degrees. What I did is, just for a paint stand, I just bought a indoor clothing rack from the local big box store. These things are under 10 bucks. Most of R2's painted pieces will hold up very well on this. Just some newspapers and a couple clamps to keep the paper in place, because the last thing you want to do with a wet part is have something fold up over it. Now today, I have 2 pieces left I got to paint blue. I have a dome panel and the front logic display for R2-D2. Now what I've done is I've already put 2 coats of the self-etching primer on there, and then what I did is I used some 400 grit sandpaper and sanded it smooth. Now the 400 grit sandpaper, this stuff you can get from the auto store, or if you go to the big box store like Walmart or what have you, it's going to be in the automotive department. 3M makes it. While you're there, you may want to grab some other grits, for example, 400, 800, 1000, 2000, but that's another episode. So anyway, what we've done is we did 2 coats of the self-etching primer, and then I did 2 coats of the filling primer. Now that that's been done, I've already started to sand it smooth here, and we're almost to the point here where we can just kind of wipe it down, get all the debris off of it, blast it with air, what have you, if you have an air compressor, and then we can start getting to the point where we start spraying. Start spraying on the purple, wait 15 minutes, the blue, wait 15 minutes, and then go on with our clear enamels. So anyway, off camera, I'm going to get these ready for paint, and I'll show you the process.
While we're getting ready to do that, let's go over what the Krider Blue method is. If you go to the astromech.net website, and up on the top there's a link for the wiki, you can search for Krider, and below you'll find a listing under the wiki for the Krider Blue method. If you scroll down a wee bit, you're going to see where Kelly Krider has what he's listed as his steps, and Victor, just below there, has kind of tweaked that. I've used that, and that's worked very, very well. Now, in this picture you see here, you're going to want to ignore the picture of the primer, because since that picture was taken, I've kind of changed what I use. As you may recall, I like to use the etching primer followed by the filling primer, and then we get to the purple, which is the Rust-Oleum purple, which is a bit hard to find, but if you can find it, that's the one I like. The next color would be the duple color, anodized blue, and then on top of that would be the Rust-Oleum clear enamel. So those are the pieces that you need here to make this all happen.
Okay, we're ready to go with some purple. Now, if you're not a very wealthy builder like myself, this is my air compressor. Just give it a little quick blast to make sure that there's no debris that is still sitting there. We have the deep purple metallic Rust-Oleum spray paint. I've shaken it like crazy, and I'm hoping for no spit lines here. I'm checking where I have my finger on the nozzle, and off we go. You want to make sure you get the sides here, because those are going to be visible as well. And again, we're just doing this until it looks good and wet. And get the edges. And we'll do the front logic display. And there we go. Whew, fumes are good. Anyway, now, usually I would say wear some sort of safety gear, protection, mask, what have you. Today the winds are blowing 20, 25 miles an hour. Got the front door open, the side door is open, so we got plenty of ventilation. We're going to let this sit for 15 minutes, and we'll come back and play with blue. Okay, well, actually 20 minutes have gone by, so that's plenty enough time for this stuff. And we're about ready to go with the duple color blue. Now, this nozzle is one of the round ones. I tend to have better luck with that. I didn't want to say that out loud because I'm on camera, and I'm probably going to live to regret that. But anyway, here we go. I don't know how well it's going to look on camera, but it doesn't always look quite right going on. Yeah, it's starting to spit on me already. One of the secrets, because this paint seems to be notorious for spitting, is to make sure you're not directly over the part. Because usually what happens is from your finger being too close to the nozzle, and that's what does it. Now, there we go. It looks heavy, but it should dry fine. We'll give it another blast, that lower edge over here. And again, you look at this, you think it doesn't look right, but we'll give it a few minutes and, well, it'll start to look right as rain. Okay, it's been about 15-16 minutes, give or take. As you can see, the blue looks pretty good. I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but you know, when the spruce goes on, you're not too terribly sure how well it looks. Now, I'm going to give this about, well, I'm going to give it one coat right now, and then the next time I turn the camera on, it will have had 4 coats on it. And we'll get the camera and we'll get the pieces out in the sun, and then you can see what I mean, how the clear enamel, gloss, whatever you happen to use, really brings out and deepens the color. Because looking at it right now through the camera, or even me just standing out here looking at it, from one side you're going, looks pretty purple, but from the other side it looks really blue. So here we go. Again, this goes on until it looks wet. And there it goes. Okay, first coat on. We're going to do this 3 more times and then we'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I very carefully lug this all out here to the sunny outside of my driveway here, and I don't know how well the camera is going to show this off to you as I kind of walk around the park, but you're going to notice that the blue hue really looks quite sharp, and it looks like we got a very good result here. Now, with any pieces like this that are drying, avoid the temptation to want to touch or handle them. These guys are going to sit right where they are for a good 48 hours, especially if you have parts that are taped like this, because you're going to want to be very careful about removing that. Because if it's wet or not quite dry, well, you'll probably peel the paint up with it. So anyway, that's how we get blue.